block you if I stand? Oh, that's right. I watched that. She got rocked, and then she got cracked rocked.
Olivia hasn't played since the play date prior to the season. She got hurt. So the same team that
Horizon Green. Plus, I just came from girls' volleyball practice.
So that's kind of the beauty of the system. Is you show
and they're now a football rival too, so it's like kind of like.
So now you don't worry about being short-handed.
I just brought it right.
So you would see some tryouts.
Oh my God.
Yes, and no, we'll chat about that.
Hello, lacrosse fans, and welcome to another presentation of Arizona Girls Lacrosse, brought to you by South Mountain Lacrosse. This is Chris Ross, in a gorgeous sunset here in Scottsdale, Arizona, as we're set for the draw between the rivals, Pinnacle Pioneers, taking on the Chaparral Firebirds. First draw is up, and this one is won by Sydney Havesi for Chaparral. Chaparral getting it over to Emerson Lewis early on. And Amanda Rodriguez, number 8, behind the cage, been highly effective for Chaparral this season. 22 goals coming into this, tied with Lewis for the top goal getter of the Firebirds team. And you see the two working a little two-man game here to get on the board first with an early goal with the assist from Lewis to Rodriguez.
I ran out of
Lewis, the University of Alabama Huntsville commit, also leading the Firebirds in assists. That's her 21st on the season. Of course, Firebirds coming in number 2 in the league, 8-1 overall. Their only loss to the reigning state champs Chandler Huskies. This draw heading towards the near sideline stays in play. And in and out of bounds at 17, Taya Morier. So Delana Hopkins gets this for the Firebirds as they get it over to Mel Hartley. And going to bring it back to X. And back in a settled attack. Another feed from Lewis into the middle. This time pass broken up and scooped up by Liv Basoy for Pinnacle. Ball down in the midfield in the battle with Rodriguez and Maddie Hunt. Of course, one of the storylines, anytime these teams meet up, you got Maddie Hunt, 15 for Pinnacle. Over on the other side, her sister, Olivia Hunt, number 1 for Chaparral, and a shot on the inside by Lewis. With that, Emerson Lewis already highly effective early in this matchup with the assist, and now the goal makes it 2-0 Firebirds. Just about 2 minutes in to the first quarter.
Let's go, Sydney! Come on, Jack!
I didn't see the gaming total.
Oh, really? Yeah. We're trying to get
Navasi on the draw again for Chaparral. Usually it's Charlie Zamorano taking the majority of draws. Driving in with the fast break and a shot and goal for 17, Taya Morier. And Pinnacle is on the board with a quick response, just 9 seconds from draw to goal.
Let's go, Sid!
Good job, Taya.
Yuski and Hevesi back on the draw for Pinnacle and Chaparral respectively. This high draw snagged off the circle by Morier. This time she runs into a wall of red, passes it away. This ball's going to head out. No, it just stays in play. But picked up by Adelia Quayle, and she's going to pass up to midfield, has Lewis. As Firebirds string together a nice series of passes, and they transition back over. And right on the doorstep is Rodriguez, who takes the assist from Caitlin Gill. Set up for the draw. I'll try to give you just one more look. This gorgeous sunset here of sprinklers going off on the field next to us, but just a beautiful, nice, cool 80-degree evening here in Scottsdale.
All right, Tessa, let's go.
.9:33 on the clock. As Yuski comes in, gets a nice High grab off the draw. Feeds it over inside. Maddie Hunt working around Havasi. She comes in, gets trail checked by Hartley. And I'll send Hartley behind. Hunt back to work on the restart, looking for, I think, Morier. Yuski thought it was coming her direction. Morier drives in and gets number 2 on the night. 3 minutes in, these teams trading blow for blow. Morier, a freshman midfielder, has been a great addition to Pinnacle varsity squad this season. Leads the team in goals as well as draw controls. We see a draw change up for the Firebirds as Zamorano gets on center with Yuski. And Morier with another draw win coming in. Gets pressured out by Tessa Johnson, the senior. Driving in, ball forced out by Chaparral. Zamorano with the pickup. He tries to hit Quayle in stride, but this ball is down and picked up by Maddie Sievers. Sievers looking for the feed inside. Another battle for the GB. Yuski has it popped her direction. As Pioneers looking to tie this one up, but this ground ball is picked up by Havasi. And a big pass upfield by 43, Jaden Berger. And Chaparral continuing to be effective in these transitions with the passing. Now Lane Kinnelly going to feed it back up to the top of the fan. Firebirds continuing to show a lot of patience on attack. So far getting into a settled attack with each possession. Looking for the feed inside from Lewis to Zamorano, who takes her time, gets the spin, dodge up front, and gets the goal.
All right, Charlie.
As Zamorano gets 23 on the season. Zamorano been another big addition to the Firebirds this season, heading over from Horizon. What a gorgeous one-handed grab by Zamorano. Feeds it over to Ashley Barton, has a look up in the middle, and this ball sails past everybody, goes out. As Liv Basoy will bring it back in for Pinnacle. Basoy gets this over to Mackenzie Jordan. Found herself doing goalie duty in the game last Friday against Desert Vista. Jordan brings it all the way across. This ball's going to head out. And it'll turn back over to Chaparral. As Rain Torella went out in that game Friday, the goalie for Pinnacle. Took a shot to the kneecap, but she's okay. Was in the JV game earlier today. However, in the cage now is Hannah Galan back between the pipes for the Pioneers. In her first game back, she's been out since Chandler on a concussion protocol, so good to see her back in the cage defending for Pinnacle. And on the on the 8 meter is going to be Rodriguez. She's already got 2 tonight and looking for the hat trick on the free position shot. Rodriguez on the low angle, takes a shot high over the crossbar, but Lewis there to back this one up. As Lewis hits Rodriguez in front of the cage, but she gets defended, and on the ground ball picked up by Maddie Hunt as she beats everybody and gets over the restraining line. Coming in for Pinnacle, has 3 defenders, decides to pull it back out. Ball checked out, but a whistle. This will be a yellow card going against Olivia Hunt, first yellow on the night. This will be a whistle start. Looks like players got going a little early there. But with that, it'll be a 2-minute player up advantage for Pinnacle. See if they can take advantage. Zuski takes the one-on-one defense from Zamorano, tries to pass inside. Struzik out of the cage, chases this one down. This ball stays with Pinnacle. I believe that was considered a pass out of bounds. Last touched by Chaparral, hence the possession staying with the Pioneers. Now Yuski doesn't have the angle, decides to take it to X and has a great look over the cage. Yuski able to get that rebound. She's trying to hit Ava Kozakowski, the senior. Now getting pressured down the far side is Katie Gill. For the Firebirds, Gill going to feed this inside, has Zamorano in midfield. Stauffer in pursuit, but Zamorano able to dump this one off. And Lewis going to wait, try to burn off this penalty. Zamorano losing the cradle for a second, but able to recover, and Firebirds just going to try to hold on and burn off the 2 minutes. Pioneers pressured, looking to get the ball back. Now Ashley Barton driving inside. And Zamorano was looking for that BTB. And Hunt has been released. She's back in. So Firebirds back to full strength. Miss pass here, an opportunity, got a whistle. I think we might have had 2 balls on the field, not sure what happened there, but the officials get things corrected. And now Johnson driving in, takes the high to low, and she's got it.
absolutely love the bejeweled helmet. I don't know if it's legal or not, but I was like, why not have a team involved? I'd wear it up there. Right? It might be.
With that 5-2, Firebirds on top. 4 different goal scorers for the Firebirds so far. Meanwhile, over for Pinnacle, Taya Morier with both goals. Battle for the draw. So I believe had a check called in the sphere on Pinnacle as they send Hopkins behind. Pinnacle on the restart. Katie Cota passes this one up. It's Quayle looking for the check. Draws the whistle, and Michaela DeLong gets the first inside hash for the 8-meter shot against Struzik. DeLong coming in, that shot saved by Sadie, who passes it out quickly, hits Lane Kinnelly up at the restraining line, over to Hopkins, and right over to Emerson Lewis, who has a great look to Rodriguez, but an even better defensive play there by Hayden Sembayu, who's able to come in and break up that fast break, and she's got the GB and cause turnover. She heads back the other direction. Sembayu getting pressured on the near sideline. Ball's checked as she passes, but she gets the whistle. She'll get the restart. Clock under a minute running down. Pinnacle.
Come on, Katie, I see you, killer.
So you can bring it in from the spot of the bell, or you back it, or from the boundary. Yes, sir, Lane.
Don't be nice with that stick.
Lane, just get them.
It's a correction. Looks like it'll be
Yeah, you can use that one.
Firebirds' direction. Officials go ahead and stop the clock here due to the extended time to reset up the play. As Kelly passes in, looking for Quayle. This ball's down. There's a chance. Kozakowski has the GB coming in. But she's pressured out. Coming around on the crease roll. Passes back up top. Morier with the high grab. About 10 seconds to work with. Looking to pass inside. Pinnacle trying to get a shot off before the buzzer. Down to 3 seconds. And unable to do so. So that'll wrap up the first quarter. Been an exciting one. Chaparral up 5-2. We'll have a 2-minute intermission. Thanks again for tuning in here to South Mountain Lacrosse. This is Chris Ross, and we will be right back.
We went from state champs when Ben was there to not that I'm in it.
I ain't gonna lie. It's not the only thing, but it is a thing.
So what position is that? If one of the travel team, but not goal. You just play because your team. I don't even know you.
An amazing job for us. That is like a thankless.
You're not kidding, dude. And those balls hurt. I don't care what anyone says, dude. Dude, they're coming down the pipe, and you're like trying to remember all the things you had to do. side gymnastics. You know, so I'm retracting that.
As the team's making their way back on, we'd like to thank you again for tuning in. We've hit the jackpot on subscribers, 777, so thanks for helping make that happen. And if you'd like, feel free to get on that live stream chat and let us know which team and which player you're cheering for tonight. So an illegal substitution happening by Pinnacle there late. Hence the possession is going to get awarded to Chaparral. At least for the moment, looks like Melania Hartley will get things going for the Firebirds here in the second. And she gets it over to Olivia Hunt. A high pass, battled for and picked up by Lewis. And she gets number 2 in the night.
Right? Come on, the helmet though is remarkable. Hey Rob, pleasure to meet you, Rob.
And the senior's been having a great season, 24 goals now on the season. And over 20 assists. As she looks to finish her Arizona high school career strong and head out to University of Alabama, Huntsville. Be playing at the NCAA Division II level. A couple other AGLA players playing on that team as well. And this draw won by Morier for Pinnacle. And she settles things out as she heads to X. Has Kozakowski. And this pass intended for Yuski is knocked down by Quayle. But Yuski going to be able to pick up this GB. Of course, all these players very familiar with each other. Many of them playing together in club in the off season. Maddie Sievers gets the restart from the penalty dot for Pinnacle, but she's immediately pressured by Hartley and Quayle and forces the bad pass, goes up to the restraining line. And that one's picked up by Matilda Lister for the Firebirds. Lister, the blistering pace, comes across the restraining line.
Let's get it to 2. Call for it.
And Lister looking for some help. She's able to find it with the stick of Melania Hartley.
There we go. All right.
This Firebirds now working it around the outer perimeter and starting to press inside. Cross check called against Pinnacle. Sambayu will get sent behind Rodriguez on the restart for the Firebirds. Pass tipped, picked up by Delana Hopkins, and she's got the back of the net. And timeout taken by Pinnacle. As Firebirds take a 5-goal lead here early in the second. course, while we're on a break here, if we look at the schedule remaining for these two teams, Chaparral's already played 9 games compared to 7 for Pinnacle coming in. And after this game, Chaparral's actually going to be off until next Friday, April 25th. They'll be down at Sal Point in Tucson, Arizona for their final regular season game. Pinnacle, meanwhile, has several games left on the schedule after this one. They'll be heading over this Wednesday in just 2 days to play Notre Dame. Next Wednesday, they'll be at Higley. And then they'll have their final game, next Friday, April 25th against Chandler. So after this, 3 more games for Pinnacle, just 1 more for the Firebirds. And teams back in after the timeout. Battling for this draw possession is Yuski, and she's got the win for the Pioneers. Gets picked up by Zamorano. Some pretty tough defense on the redefend. And the feed inside to Maddie Hunt. Good idea. Wasn't able to connect, but must have touched the Firebird as that ball went out of bounds, as Pinnacle was able to hold on to it. Audrey Stauffer going to come pick this one up. Keeps the ball on the Pioneer side and gets it over to Yuski. Yuski has Morier, as she gets picked up by Tessa Johnson, number 17. 2 Tessa Johnsons playing for the Firebirds, 17 and 7. It's Quayle looking for that check on Yuski. Almost had it, and here's Morier with another feed. No, excuse me, that's Hunt, Olivia Hunt, but she draws the whistle. They send Johnson behind.
Get in there, Charlie.
As Morier comes in looking for the hat trick off the top post. Battle for the GB picked up by Hunt. Hunt has Yuski inside, and she's got the hide alone. Yuski gets on the board. With that, Yuski able to break the cold spell and get the Pioneers' first goal of the second quarter. Mel Hartley able to scoop this draw for the Firebirds, coming in with some speed, has a good look in front of the cage, tries to hit Rodriguez. Hayden Sambayu going to bring this back in. Up to Basoy.
Good job.
As Pioneers look to transition. Yuski With a wall of red, she's able to sprint through. Somehow gets past the restraining line and over on the attacking third for Pinnacle. As Quayle comes with the pressure defense. Looks like a holding call against the Firebirds. This sets up Maddie Hunt on the first inside hash. Hunt coming in. That shot gets deflected over the top, but a good rebound picked up by Havesi behind. The ball comes, bounces off the cameraman's chair and back down to the field. Cutting inside is Stoffer, and her shot's broken up. Firebirds defense continuing to stand strong here. Sadie Struzik in. The quick, decisive clear up. Looking for Emerson Schultz. As Matilda Lister gets it across, and she's got Rodriguez, who has a beautiful Twizzler shot for the hat trick. It's a great option here by Rodriguez to come around Besoy and just sneaks it in the bottom.
Matilda, great pass! Andy with the face dodge, Twizzy! Let's go! Oh, you can't. Oh, the Twizzy! Are you sure you're home? You know, my problem is if I have Giants.
Chaparral continuing to mix it up here on the draws. Havesi gets back in the center against Yuski. Draws straight up. As it bounces out, gets picked up by Morier. Coming in for the quick response off the foot of Struzik. Goalie's got to use whatever they can.
Let's go!
Firebirds back on another fast break. Zamorano coming in hot.
Oh, she wants it. She's hungry.
And she's got the coast-to-coast Charlie Zamorano. So all starting off the save from Sadie Struzik. And Zamorano gets number 2 on the night.
Let's go, Sydney!
Oh my goodness, watch it. All of a sudden, like, it's gold, it's spectacular gold. And I'm doing my foot. Yeah.
This draw gets picked up by Havesi. It's Ashley Barton. The feed to Zamorano's down, but picked up. Tessa Johnson for the GB. Going to get this one back to Lewis, and they're going to work it around. Rodriguez inside to Barton. She's got the left-handed shot and goal. So everybody getting in the mix for the Firebirds now.
Andy, that was a great feed and great finish, whoever you were. Ashley.
As Barton gets her 15th on the season. Now the 6th Firebird to get on the board tonight.
All right, Tess, get in there, Tess.
Let's go.
As Katie Coda gets in on the draw for Pinnacle, giving Yuski a break. Havesi has this one. Dumps over to Kinley. Now Barton, who just took the assist, was looking for the cutter. She cuts back inside, and Johnson coming in. She draws a shooting space call, so Tessa Johnson going to get the 8-meter shot.
All right, Tessa, you know where it goes.
Hannah Galan
Come on, Katie. Don't let
between the pipes for the Pinnacle Pioneers to defend this one.
Let's go, killer. That sparkle is something. Oh, I like it. Good.
Johnson comes around, doesn't take the first shot, didn't like the angle, resets, and takes the better option.
Let's go, killer. Give me that draw. Come on now.
With that, the senior midfielder gets her first on the night and 15th on the season. And everything heading Firebirds' direction at the moment.
Go, Tessa, let's do it again. Come on.
Let's go, Katie. Here we go. Go get it.
Mourier comes in. And she's able to win that draw, but loses it. As it gets picked up by Olivia Hunt.
Great way to run her down, Katie. Good.
Hunt looking for an outlet. Gets it up to midfield, and Chaparral back in transition. As Matilda Lister hits the deck. Here in the midfield on the whistle. Looks to be okay. Lister gets things going again. Gets it over to Tessa Johnson. Now Barton getting things settled back out over to the other Tessa Johnson. Gonna have to come up with a way to distinguish them other than numbers. You got 7 and 17 there, but both been making an impact in tonight's match.
Good job, Katie.
Zamorano putting the effort in there, switching hands as she makes the pass, but this ball's down. Basoy fighting hard for it. Lane Kinley coming in for the GB.
Charlie on Katie. Let's go.
Zamorano decides to back this one up and call out a different play.
Let's go, Katie. They're trying to ISO. Get it.
Zamorano might be getting the ISO set up here. She comes in, loses the cradle driving. This one picked up by Stauffer. Immediately picked back up by Zamorano. Gets called for the cross check, but on the self-start. Feed inside to Taylor Conti, and she's going to run this one down the far side. And she zips by Firebird defenders, and Conti able to clear this over for Pinnacle. So Pinnacle called for offside. Too many players over. So a tough break for Pinnacle as that will halt their possession, turn things back over to the Firebirds. Struzik going to send this one to Tessa Johnson. That pass from Havesi picked up now by Katie Gill. Driving in is Ashley Barton, and she gets her second goal on the night off the 8-meter shot. That'll put Firebirds up 12-3, 17 seconds left in the first half.
Let's go, Katie.
And an opportunity here for Pinnacle off the false start from the Firebirds. Morier has the ball, trying to work it through. As the Firebirds come to get settled, Morier takes a shot. Struzik with the save, but the clock hits 0. And that'll do it for the first half here at Pinnacle High School. Firebirds up 12-3. We'll take a 7-minute halftime. Thanks for tuning in here to South Mountain Lacrosse. This is Chris Ross, and we will be back for the second half. See you on the other side.
Did you know, according to the National Federation of High Schools, 80% of new officials quit the game after just 2 seasons because of abusive behavior from the stands and sidelines?
And welcome back to Pinnacle High School here on South Mountain Lacrosse, Arizona Girls Lacrosse. Pinnacle Pioneers at home hosting the rival Chaparral Firebirds. The Firebirds currently up 12-3. Seven different goal scorers so far for the Firebirds tonight, 2 for the Pioneers. Off a pair of goals from Taya Morier and 1 from Gretchen Yuski. Let's see what adjustments new head coach for Pinnacle this season, Jack Wen, and assistant Jen Peters have in store for their team. Again, you can see the friendship here between a lot of these players. Know each other from the club seasons. Mel Hartley now on the draw for Chaparral. Yuski continues to be true for Pinnacle. This one bounces Maddie Hunt's direction. She's going to bring it across, gets checked. Great trail check from Adelia Quayle. And Quayle with the cause turnovers. Hopkins was able to get the GB, but the pass to Struzik sails out the back end line. So Michaela DeLong gets things going again for Pinnacle. Looking for Hunt, and definitely an unintentional collision there as Hunt goes down, as well as I believe it might have been Hartley for the Firebirds. But in any event, Katie Gill gets this over the restraining line and back on the attacking third for Chaparral. Kinnelly coming in, had the doorstep opportunity, a great save by Galan. Gets this out to Liv Besoy. She brings it over to the near sideline, gets picked up by Hartley. And Hartley called for the cross check. Besoy's going to pass this one back. Looking for Mackenzie Jordan. As Pinnacle continues to face a tough ride from Chaparral. But now Yuski finally able to clear over for the Pioneers. Has the pass picked off. Interception, I think that was Sydney Havesi on the interception, and now Emerson Lewis getting back to work. Zoe Robbins coming in, trying to check it out. And here's Rodriguez back at X. Was looking for the crease roll, wasn't there. Does a nice little give and go from Lewis. And great execution with Rodriguez and Lewis on that one. So you see she didn't have the angle she liked. Passes to Lewis, gets open, dodges inside the middle, and takes the feed right back from Lewis. Robbins there with the pressure, but the patience from Rodriguez allows her to find the back of the net anyway. And that'll put us at the 10-goal differential, so we'll be on a running clock for as long as the goal differential is 10 or more. Yuski able to bat this one away, but Adelia Quayle with the scoop. DeLong comes in at pressure, but gets that off to Kinley and over to Tessa Johnson. But this mishandled pass going to go out of bounds on Chaparral. Besoy going to get a chance to get possession back for Pinnacle. But Pinnacle's been facing a tough ride from Chaparral all night. Zoe Robbins, the nice bit of dodging as she gets around Rodriguez, but immediately picked up by Hartley, decides to dump it off to Sambayu. Sambayu tiptoeing the sideline here. Pass picked up by Firebirds. Quayle with the pickup back over to Pinnacle as Maddie Hunt comes in for the GB. After some back and forth, Pinnacle finally have it on their attacking third. And DeLong has a wide open lane, and she takes advantage as she gets the back of the net. Just a great look up to Michaela DeLong. And a critical goal for Pinnacle is they're able to stop the running clock off of that goal from DeLong. Official taking a chance here to tie his shoe. I suppose that's important. Another battle for the draw. This one heads Yuski's direction. Trying to work around Tessa Johnson. Nice job by the Firebirds to get settled, but here's DeLong with the repeat right on that same angle and a pair of goals for Michaela DeLong. And finally some spark for Pinnacle as they get two back-to-back. A nice reach by DeLong to pull in that pass. Yuski and Havaski battling it out again on the draw line. Havaski with the win this time around. Has Audrey Fox over on the near side. Makes a nice pass up to Lister. Kozakowski with some great defense at the midfield, forcing the pass. Ultimately back into the stick of the Firebirds. Lewis comes around, gets picked up by Besoy, but has Sydney Havasi. Who puts one more on the board for Chaparral. That'll be Havasi's first of the night. you gotta love how Chaparral is making use of their entire squad. I believe every player on the roster has touched the ball tonight for the Firebirds. With 8 of them finding the back of the net so far. And off the bounce, Tessa Johnson has it, getting chased down by Hunt. Lewis and Rodriguez, been such a powerful duo working from X as they set up again. The feed this time to Zamorano. And this one saved by Galan. Galan finds Maddie Hunt. Sorry, I think that was Morier. Now it's in Hunt's stick.
You got her, Charlie. Pick her up.
A good defensive stand by the Pioneers. This ball goes out of bounds. Illegal use of stick call against Zamorano. Maddie Hunt will get the restart. She tries to hit Conti on the far side. Ball's going to head out of bounds. You'll see Barton steps out and has to step back in per procedure. Hits Tessa Johnson. And Zamorano, nice pickup here by Basoy to stop the shot there. Going to force Firebirds back out. They set up to make another run for it. Mackenzie Jordan defending against Rodriguez in the back, and this time Lewis on the crease roll. She's got the top left corner. Sambayu trying to keep pace, and the best a defender can do is just take away one option. But a solid shooter like Lewis finds the opening, and she gets the hat trick and puts us back to a running clock. 4 minutes to go here in the third. This draw looks like it's going to just head towards the sideline, so that'll be considered a missed draw, not touched by anybody. So that'll reset up the draw. The clock will continue to run. Interesting difference there on the rules. The college level, that'll just go to alternate possession, so that we don't have to take the time that you'll see here on the redraw. This time, Charlie Zamorano able to get to the ball before it heads out of bounds, and she's got a nice draw win for the Firebirds. Feed inside to Tessa Johnson. Gonna dump this off to Olivia Hunt. To Kinley, and Barton with the inside lane. She comes in and draws the shooting space call. Barton will get the 8-meter shot from the center hash. Galan in the cage. Barton with the hat trick. So the officials not seeing that ball having gone above both draw takers' heads. So that'll be considered another missed draw. Clock will continue to run here, under a minute to play here in the third. So once the official takes her hand off the sticks can't move. The ball has to go above both players' heads to be a legal draw. Maddie Hunt with the draw win this time, has it over to Yuski, working against the clock, only 20 seconds. Quick pass inside, has DeLong. DeLong gets pressured out with a good crash by the Firebirds. This ball is down and scooped up by Audrey Fox. And Kennelly now racing against the clock the other direction, but the clock hits 0, and that'll do it. After 3 quarters, your score is 16-5. Firebirds on top. We'll have a 2-minute break, and we'll be back for the 4th quarter. Thanks again for tuning in to South Mountain Lacrosse. This is Chris Ross, and we will be right back.
Sports fans. We pack stadiums, arenas, and local gyms every day. And every sports fan is uniquely human. Seeing each play with your own eyes, triggering your own emotions. And as humans, we won't agree on every call, but we can act with empathy and consideration. So put yourself in the official shoes. Be more than a fan. Be officially human.
Yeah, welcome back. Fourth quarter, Chaparral well in control of this one at the moment. It's 16-5, but a battle for the draw control picked up by Yuski as Pinnacle continues to fight. And a good look on the front door had Kozakowski, but wasn't able to get the turn and shot off. Picked back up by the Firebirds. Olivia Hunt able to get past the restraining line and into the back 30 for the Firebirds over to Fessy. That pass from Kinley is intercepted by Zoe Robbins. But right back to the Firebirds as Hunt hits Lister on the right wing. Now Firebirds slowing things down. Now Taylor Conti in transition. Another battle here as the ball is down. This 50-50 picked up by Hunt. Losing the cradle, and Audrey Fox had it for the Firebirds. And off the whistle keeps control with Chaparral back to Delana Hopkins. So both teams struggling a bit with possession in the transition back and forth. We go. And Mackenzie Jordan now coming up field. Gets picked up on the redefend by a pair of Firebirds, but she's able to clear over. And be sure to tune in next week. We'll be back Monday, Chandler versus Corona. Tuesday, Desert Vista versus Sal Point. And Thursday, Desert Vista versus Xavier. The number 3 and number 4 should be a good matchup. It'll also be Desert Vista's senior night. So 3 games coming your way next week here on South Mountain Lacrosse. So Emerson Lewis gets pressured by Sembayu. I think she might get a card for that one. And indeed she does. So Sembayu going to head out for 2 minutes off the push on Lewis. So with that, Firebirds will have the player up advantage for 2 minutes, and Lewis with the free position shot on the hanging cash. And another official tying their shoes. I think we're going to have to do some training for these officials. A good look inside to Havesi, and a great save by Galan. Backed up by the Firebirds.
Oh, but I love the little, oh, the jab steps. 14 is rolling.
Losing the ball, Galan able to pick it up, clear this one out, looking for Conti. Able to scoop it before heading out of bounds. And Pinnacle on the move, Maddie Hunt. Gets by the Firebird defenders, has a good look. Kozakowski was right on the doorstep, but Struzik with the stop. And second attempt, Sadie Struzik standing on her head in the cage. passes this one out. Hartley and Stauffer chasing this down. Hartley's got the GB pickup. Has Rodriguez. But Jordan with a nice slide, breaking up the fast break. And here's Hartley on the second attempt, and you can see the celebration there from Melania Hartley. She makes a nice dodge around Stauffer. Just showing how potent the Chaparral attack is with so many different players getting on the board tonight.
Go, Tess, get in there.
Nine players on the board for Chaparral. More players from the roster have gotten a goal than have not tonight, just to put things in perspective. And off the foul, Ashley Stauffer coming in on the 8-meter, and she's got another one.
It's so disrespectful. It's so not experienced.
I'm sorry, correction, meant to say Ashley Barton on that one. This clock winds down under 5 minutes. Chaparral now with an 18-5 lead. A well-timed check by Charlie Zamorano.
Oh, that's good.
A nice snappy pass up to Hartley. Feeds over to Rodriguez. And Lewis with a nice assist to Hunt, but a great save by Galan. As this ball sails out past the fence. Rodriguez bringing it back in.
Let's go, Katie!
As Barton gets pressured out by Sambayu. Olivia Hunt looking for another attempt, and a pass to Lewis out of bounds, and this will have an opportunity for Katie Cota to get things going for Pinnacle. So the pair of 18s battling it out. Cota moving around.
Let's go, Killa!
Cota has the ball checked out on the restart, but pressure from Sambayu forcing the ball out the other direction. They'll send Sambayu behind as Mel Hartley gets pulled up to the spot of the foul. for the restart. Hartley going to pass this up to Hunt. Zoe Robbins forcing the pass and a good feed inside to Olivia Hunt. And she becomes the 10th Firebird to get on the board. And with under 2 minutes, Yuski and Havesi back on the draw as we started tonight. Havesi with the win this time. Up to Hunt. And you see that's the sisters playing against each other there. Olivia versus Maddie. So there's a special moment. Talking to their parents on the sideline, asking them who they cheer for. They wear a green shirt, try to stay neutral, cheer for both sides. So Vesey comes in on the 8-meter, and this time Galan with a great stop. Hopkins coming in on the rebound. She gets picked up by Basoy. You've got the one-on-one here, and a pass from Hopkins. He's trying to hit Lewis. But a whistle with the clock under a minute. They stop the clock as they reset up. It looks like we're going to get a yellow card. I believe that was Katie Coda, number 18 for Pinnacle with the yellow. So she'll be out for the rest of this game, and right into the stick of Galan, who makes the stop. Gets this up to Jordan, and some great footwork as she spins around and passes it. Hits Robbins in stride, who's able to outrun the Firebirds and coming in, looking to get one more for Pinnacle, but she gets stopped as she gets picked up by Lister and Havesi. In 15 seconds, Robbins will have just enough time, and she fires one, but not easy to get on past Sadie Struzik. Arizona Girls Lacrosse Goalie of the Year 2 years running makes another stop in this one on under 5 seconds left. Coming in and just off the buzzer is Lane Kinnelly. To make it an even 20-5, and Kinnelly will be the 11th Chaparral Firebird to get on the board in this matchup. So your final at the end will be 20-5. And with that, I believe mathematically Chaparral has locked in at least the number 2 seed as they head into the postseason. One more matchup coming against Sal Point. The worst they could finish would be 9-2, potentially 10-1. Already had the win against Desert Vista earlier this season.
Yeah, well, listen, you want to talk about a clinic, watching her, I have to watch videos of her. High school.
And with that, thanks again for tuning in here to South Mountain Lacrosse. This is Chris Ross. Again, we'll be back next Monday as Chandler takes on Corona. And then Tuesday, Desert Vista South Point, and Thursday, Desert Vista Xavier. Be sure to tune in for those next week. Thanks again for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Have a great night.